Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to ISKCON of Silicon Valley. We are very happy and glad that you are here. Thank you so much for coming here. Please make yourself comfortable. We are going to relish the nectar of Kirtan. We have our very expert harmonium and mridanga players here. So we'll have some nice Kirtan and then we'll discuss something from the Bhagavad Gita. And then we'll have a nice Damodara Ashtakam at 5 o'clock, followed by Prasadam. So you are in for a treat. Hare Krishna. So we'll start with the Kirtan. I offer my obeisances to His Grace Vaisheshika Maharaj. He is my spiritual teacher, and also to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is the founder of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So because of him, we have so many centers of Shri Shri Radha Krishna temples all over the world. So I take shelter and obeisances, and I offer my obeisances to them and to all of you because you have made time for Krishna. So Krishna is very dear to you, and you are very dear to Krishna as well. Thank you. Hare Krishna. This is a very nice song. It shows all the different kinds of relationship Krishna has in the spiritual world, as a friend, as a lover, as a son. So this song is a favorite of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And it is sung before we start discussion of Bhagavad Gita for auspiciousness. So you can sing after me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kaliyug Pavan Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. It is said that in Satya Yuga, the process for God realization was by meditation. People would go to the forests for thousands and thousands of years. In Treta Yuga, it was by offering fire sacrifices, doing a lot of yajnas. And in Dwapar Yuga, it is by elaborate deity worship in the temples. But in Kali Yuga, the process is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we get the same benefit which in earlier ages people would get by thousands of years of meditation simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva Gatiranyata. In the age of Kali Yuga, the holy name of the Lord, the chanting of the holy names is the only way. It's the only way, it's the only way. And it is said 3 times, there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. So that's the process for this age. That's why we begin our classes with Harinam and also end with chanting Hare Krishna. So today, I was thinking, because we are coming towards the end of the year, we can discuss about overcoming fear. There are many things in the world which can cause us fear. So we can discuss a little bit about fear. We hear a lot of times that Bhagavad Gita is the solution for all the problems of life. And one of the biggest problem is fear, if I am not mistaken. If anybody agrees, fear is a problem, right? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So Bhagavad Gita gives us the solution for all the material problems, spiritual solutions. So we'll hear from Bhagavad Gita what is the solution for fear. How does that sound to everybody? Haribo. Thank you very much. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, let's see. Okay. And the previous slide is if you want to use laser, you can use laser. Oh, yes. Thank you. So this is the layout. We'll just understand what fear means, what are the different types of fear, material fear, spiritual fear, and we'll then conclude. I have put a lot of stories so that I don't bore you, so that we'll have a fun time hearing Bhagavad Gita and sharing some stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, this is not visible, but I can read the definition of fear: an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. So, because it was Halloween on Friday, so I think this is even more appropriate topic. I was checking about what is the Halloween, what is the significance of Halloween. It is one of the pagan festivals where they understand that many ghosts and spirits actually enter this realm. So they wear these weird costumes to frighten off these ghosts and spirits. So it's kind of celebration of fear. Another reason they celebrate Halloween is to celebrate the different saints in Christianity. Hallow means holy. So they celebrate all the saints by having a feast for them. So it's called Hallow Eve, and it became Halloween from there. So we definitely are going to have a feast after this program. So we are celebrating Halloween to its true terms, not just commercially, what it means. So normally fear is given a negative connotation, as we hear from the definition, but there are some positive cases, right? I was checking Harvard Business Review. So there are many horror shows which are very popular. Anybody here likes to watch horror movies or shows? Okay. Anybody would like to share what's your favorite movie or show? We want to make it interactive. And we have a lot of mics which will be coming to you in 7 seconds or less. So please be vulnerable and share.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shamru Prabhu.
Observed, I watch many horror movies, but I forgot all of them. But one I remember was Bikram and Betal.
Yeah, that's one of the most popular in India. I remember it. Thank you. Anybody else would like to share your favorite movie or show? Vicky, would you like to share? There's a mic. And Mataji on the back. She raised her hand. Yeah. Yes.
Krishna, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, okay. I'm not aware, but of course, you know more than I do. And Mataji, would...
I like Conjuring.
Sorry?
Conjuring.
Okay, that's great. So we do enjoy fear. And this Harvard Business Review, it said that why do we like to be fearful? Because of its novelty. We want some emotions in life. It's an emotion that we don't generally experience day to day. So we want some novelty. And there is some stimulation of the senses by feeling fearful. Also, we have curiosity to see the dark side of humans, So these are the different reasons that they come up in the study. Additionally, they mention you can only enjoy it if it is in a controlled environment. When you know that the zombie you are seeing is not going to come out of the screen and capture you, right? So then you can enjoy it. So that's the fear that we like. But then there are other types of fears which we don't like, which make our life not so much peaceful, which we have to keep moving. So we'll discuss about those fears. Those are called material fears. So we'll go to the next slide. Let's see. Yeah, there's fear for fun, as we discussed. That is Halloween and horror shows. But there's fear due to material attachment. So what would be the different reasons that you would say people are afraid of or fearful of? We'll take 3. Yeah, yes.
Losing relationships or family.
Yes, and Prabhuji on the back. We can share the mic. Your name, Prabhu? Yeah, you can turn on the mic if it is not. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my name is Sharad.
Sharad, thank you, Prabhu.
Losing of wealth, job.
Yeah, that's right. Any other, one more? Any other fears that... Death, yeah. And Sri Kumar Prabhu on the back.
Losing citizenship.
Yeah. So Srimad Bhagavatam mentions about these fears, that there's fear because of the loss of loved ones or our personal self. Then there's fear because of property. I have a bank balance, I have homes, I have made a lot of progress, I have a position in the society, I have a Tesla or I have a certain vehicle. And then there is fear due to attachment to one's nation or due to my sports team. If India loses Pakistan or so on, or some other sports here in America as well. So we feel fearful. Sometimes people feel so fearful that they have mental panic attacks. So that happens due to material attachment. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that anything that we concentrate on or we put our attention on, we develop attachment with this. So, sangat sanjayate kama. If we develop attachment to certain thing, then we desire it, that object or person. And when that desire is not fulfilled, it leads to anger. And because of the anger, we lose all our memory, all the lessons that we have learned in life. And such a person falls into the material pool. So Bhagavad Gita explains this in the 2nd chapter. We'll read a little bit from 2nd chapter. Yeah. This is, Prabhu, could you display on the screen? This is chapter 2, verse 62, Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anybody would like to read the translation? We'll go to the translation, Prabhu. Let's scroll down to the translation. Yeah. Anybody would like to read? Yes. Shubham. Okay, you have the mic.
While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises.
You can read the purport also. Yes. Continue.
One who is not Krishna conscious is subjected to material desires while contemplating the objects of the senses. The senses require real engagements, and if they are not engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, they will certainly seek engagement in the service of materialism. In the material world, everyone, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, to say nothing of other demigods in the heavenly planets, is subjected to the influence of sense objects. And the only method to get out of this puzzle of material existence is to become Krishna conscious.
Okay, we'll stop here. So, we can see here, actually you can read the example. Continue. Read the example. Yeah.
Lord Shiva was deep in meditation, but when Parvati agitated him for sense pleasure, he agreed to the proposal, and as a result, Kartikeya was born. When Haridas Thakur was a young devotee of the Lord, he was similarly allured by the incarnation of Maya Devi, but Haridas easily passed the test because of his unalloyed devotion to Lord Krishna. As illustrated in the above mentioned verse of Sri Yamunacharya, a sincere devotee of the Lord shuns all the material sense enjoyments due to his higher taste for spiritual enjoyment in the association of the Lord. That is the secret of success. One who is not therefore in Krishna consciousness, however powerful he may be, in controlling the senses by artificial repression, is sure ultimately to fail. For the slightest thought of sense pleasure will agitate him to gratify his desires.
Thank you. So, anybody has heard of yo-yo dieting? Yo-yo dieting. Gabriel, would you like to share? Yeah.
Yeah, yo-yo dieting is when people go on a diet and then they lose motivation and then they fall off and then they're like, "Oh man, my health is shot. I need to get back on the diet." And so they get back onto the diet again, and then they slowly lose motivation, get back off, gain back the weight, and they keep on going through this cycle.
Yes, thank you so much for explaining that. So many times we want to do something, for example, shed weight, I want to be in shape, so they follow particular diet, but then after some time I lose the motivation to do it, and then they go back to their past habits, eat a lot, and then they go out of shape. And then again they feel bad about it, so then they start the dieting again, and then again they lose motivation. So this is the story of material world. Many times we have a lot of gym membership in the beginning of the year, and it is said that 60% of the people do not show up to the gyms after signing up. So we need some higher taste in order to sustain any activity, discipline. So that taste comes from Krishna consciousness. If we do not engage our senses in spirituality, then naturally the senses will seek material pleasures. So we have 5 senses. We have seeing, smelling, listening, touching, and tasting. They all need engagement in the sense objects. So if we do not come and see Krishna in the temple, then we would like to watch a movie, go to the theater. If I don't eat Krishna's prasadam in the Sunday feast, then I will like to go to different restaurants and then one after another. So this is how material illusion works. If I don't listen to kirtans of Krishna, then I would need to listen to some Bollywood or Hollywood songs. and if I don't smell the beautiful flowers offered to Krishna, then I need to go out and test different perfumes, go to different shops to find the best one for me. And what is this? The touch. If I don't have the experience of devotee association, then I will need to satisfy it by different other options that we have in the material world. So that's what Bhagavad Gita recommends, to have a higher taste. That way we can lose attachment to lower things. So we can go back to the slides, Prabhu. Yeah. So in the slides we see that we have attachment to family, to of course our possessions, and to a particular nation. So we can utilize them, understanding that they are given by Krishna as a gift. This body is given as a gift by Krishna. This family is given by Krishna as a gift to me. So let me utilize them in the service to Krishna. So I want to maintain my body very nicely. I want to eat healthy. I want to walk regularly. I want to sleep early and rise early, so that I can utilize this in knowing more about Krishna. And also, of course, doing our duties. Arjuna did not want to fight the battle, but Krishna inspired him to fight the battle. So Bhagavad Gita never recommends irresponsible behavior. Bhagavad Gita always recommends to be responsible. So similarly, the possessions that we have in terms of material wealth or house, they can be utilized in service to Krishna for a higher cause. There are many organizations in Bay Area and also outside who give a certain part of their income to a charity. So Krishna doesn't say that you have to give it to me. If you can't give it to me, you give it for a charitable cause, a hospital where it is used for a higher purpose, and we can understand that we are not sustained by the wealth or possessions that we have. We are actually sustained by Krishna, not by the employer or the money that I have, or the gas that I have in the car, or the food that I have in the fridge. Actually, we are being sustained by Krishna. And similarly, the attachment to the nation, we can actually expand our attachment. We can have an attachment to every nation in the world, because we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So we are a big family. Everybody, America, Russia, Europe, France, Italy. So everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham bija pradapita. He says, I am the seed-giving father of every living entity. So he doesn't say, I am the seed-giving father of only Indians or Americans or this country, or only cows in Vrindavan. He is the seed-giving father of every living entity, not only humans, but all the species of life. So that's why we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Who is Vasudeva? He's a son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Kutumbakam means family. So we are in a big family of Krishna. And they call Achyuta Gotra. Many people have Gotras, or which dynasty they belong to in India. So the best thing is to be in the family of Krishna. Krishna is also known as Achyuta. So anybody who takes spiritual life seriously, he becomes of Achyuta Gotra. He becomes of the family of Krishna. And then he can see everybody as his family member. So he doesn't disrespect anybody. He has love and compassion for every person. That is the essence of Krishna consciousness. Krishna Nam Jiva Doya Sarva Dharmasar. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that chanting the holy names of God and having compassion for all living entities, that's the essence of all the dharmas. These two things. If you don't like to chant the name of Krishna, you can chant the name of another name of God. God has unlimited names. Unlimited names. Vamana, Narayana, Rama, Parshuram, and Jehovah, Allah. There are so many names of God. You can chant that names of God. And have compassion for all the living entities. That is the essence of all dharma, as spoken by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of our acharyas. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So we can see how Bhagavad Gita draws a parallel between our situation and Arjuna's situation. Many times we say that Bhagavad Gita is a solution for all problems, and we identify ourselves as Arjuna. So how do we understand this? We have fear for our life. We have fear for our loved one's life. We have fear for the possessions and our nation. Similarly, Arjuna here was in a situation where he has to kill his own relatives. So he was fearful of killing his own teacher, Dronacharya, or killing his own grandfather, Bhishma. And of course, so many other family members were there on either side. So he has to be the cause of their death. Then, of course, the whole possessions that they had, the rule of the entire earth, that was on stake. So Arjuna is telling Krishna that I cannot fight, because if I win the battle, whom will I show my opulence? Even if I become the king of the entire world, there won't be anybody to show off. You know, we get a good bungalow, we get a good car, so that we can invite our friends and family, that how we are happily living, right? So they can appreciate us. But if I win the battle, whom will I share this? Whom will I show off to? I can't post it on social media, because there won't be anybody on the social media to see it, to like it. So Arjuna also had the same problem that we have. Of course, about nation, the whole world actually was divided into two armies. There were kings from the entire world who have chosen either side for this battle. So Arjuna was in a similar situation like us. He was fearful, and he took shelter of Krishna. Similarly, we understand from Bhagavad Gita that whenever we are in perplexity, which is inevitable to be in perplexity, to be fearful, we should approach Krishna or Krishna's representative for guidance. So he took the decision to consult Krishna in the middle of the battlefield. There were conch shells blowing on either side, and both armies were ready to fight. And at that point, Arjuna made the choice that I am going to ask, I am going to give up and ask this question from Krishna. So this shows us that what is the importance of inquiring, even though our life may be very busy. You know, we don't have time to eat or sleep even. But it can't be more busy than Arjuna's situation. He's in the middle of the battlefield. He took the chance to ask Krishna. He took the time to ask Krishna, please tell me what is my duty. So similarly, we should take the time to come to Sunday feast and read Bhagavad Gita and ask this question, what is my duty? What's wrong with my life? You know, how I can improve my spiritual life? How can I solve the material problems? Okay, so Krishna gives a lot of different options to Arjuna, because if you need to give a pep talk to somebody who is discouraged, you need to systematically encourage that person. So Krishna, first of all, told about the soul, that we are not these bodies, we are spiritual beings. Even if you kill the body, you cannot kill the soul. So soul is indestructible. Nainam chiddanti shastrani, that the weapons cannot cut the soul. Nainam dahati pavaka, fire cannot burn the soul. And water cannot wet the soul, and wind cannot dry the soul. So Krishna showed that how the soul is above the 5 material elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So we cannot cut the soul, but you should do your duty for the sake of doing your duty without attachment to success or failure. So he brought him from the level of fear to the level of duty. There are 4 levels of action in this material world. The lowest is fear, when we act something out of fear. The second is out of prospect. What is the gain that I have in this particular endeavor? So Arjuna was not looking for gain. He said, even if I win the entire kingdom, I don't want this. I don't want to fight. Even if I win this entire world with the sovereignty like the demigods in heaven, I don't want this kingdom. So he was beyond fear, he was beyond prospect. But Krishna told him to be dutiful. He said, if you don't fight the battle, people will call you coward, that you ran away out of fear of life. And for a warrior to be defamed is more difficult to take than death even. So it is better to die than infamy. So Krishna talked about being dutiful, that you should do this out of duty. You have to establish righteousness in the world. So the warrior is supposed to fight. Nobody likes a peaceful policeman or an angry priest. Right? So a priest is supposed to be peaceful even amidst difficult situations or provocative situations. But a policeman, he is not supposed to be peaceful. He has to establish law and order. So Arjuna's duty was not to be a priest. His duty was to be a warrior. And warrior fights. That's his duty. Irrespective of the result. If he is killed, then he will go to the heavenly planets because of fighting for the right cause. If he wins, then he will enjoy the material world. So we'll here go to a story. So I promise that we'll have a lot of stories. So we'll go to a story here in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is story of Ajamila. So who was a great devotee, but he was, by circumstances, he digressed from his path. So Krishna says in chapter 2, text 40, in this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So we'll read the purport a little bit. Can we go to 2.40? So Krishna is trying to bring Arjun from the level of fear and prospect to the level of duty and love. How we can act out of duty and love. So Krishna here is giving the benefits of performing devotional service. So in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment. Nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed. Otherwise, the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent results, so that the next beginning is from the point of 2%, whereas in material activity, without 100% success, there is no profit. Ajamila performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100% by the grace of the Lord. So we'll hear the story of Ajamil. Yeah, we can go back to the slides, Prabhu. Yeah. So Ajamil was raised in a Brahmin family. He was very cultured. He would worship Krishna every day. And he would go to the forest, bring very nice flowers for worshipping Krishna. He had a family, he had a wife, he had his parents. And all the things that one may ask for, happy living. So he was worshipping Krishna. But at one fine day, he saw one prostitute with another man, a low-class man, and they were engaged in loving affairs in the forest. And they were not dressed properly. So Ajamila was, because he was very young, it was natural that it awoke his lusty desires within his heart. At first thought, he was thinking that I should not be here, I should go home. But because he was overpowered by Maya, he stayed and watched the two people engaged in loving affairs. And then, later on, when he came back home, he just could not take it out of his heart. And he meditated on that scene so much so that he wanted to bring the prostitute home. So he actually did it. He brought the prostitute home, and he threw out his own family, his parents and his wife, from the home. And he was living with this prostitute. He stopped all his Brahminical activities. He started robbing people, killing people for the sake of money so that he can maintain this prostitute. And he had more than 10 sons over the period of 70 years that he was with this prostitute. So at the end of his life, we can see on the left, he's 88 years old, and all the Yamadutas, or the agents of the superintendent of death, Yamraj, they are coming and they are taking out the soul from the heart of Ajamila, who is on his deathbed. But because he had done devotional service at the beginning of his life, Krishna inspired him to give the name Narayan to his youngest son. So while he saw the Yamadutas coming and taking out his life from the core of his heart, he actually called out to his youngest son, Narayan, Narayan, out of helplessness. He was helpless and he was crying. So because this crying, this calling for Narayan was done with so much helplessness attitude, so Krishna or Vishnu in the spiritual world, he heard this calling, and he immediately sent his agents, Vishnudutas, and the Vishnudutas immediately stopped the Yamadutas from taking out the life of Ajamil. And Ajamil was given a second chance to live. So when he came back to life, he left his world, he left his family, and he went to Haridwar, and he practiced devotional life for many more years, at least for several years. And at the end of his life, he went back to the spiritual world. We see that Vishnudutas are taking him from Ganga, near Ganga. He is living in Haridwar, and he is going and boarding a spiritual airplane to the Vishnu Loka. So as Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita, even a little bit endeavor done in this life, it's a permanent effect. Even though Ajamil did only few % of Krishna consciousness and most of his life was sinful, because of that, because of his devotional service, he got a second chance to perform devotional service and correct oneself. So, of course, this does not encourage that we can commit sinful activities and chant the name of Krishna, but it shows the potency of Krishna's name, that one can get a second chance because of one's devotional service. So 1% done in Krishna consciousness is eternally there. Nobody can reduce that credit. So you will resume from 2%. That's what Ajamil did. After he gets the second chance, he practices devotional service very earnestly, and then he finishes it in the same life. So this story encourages us to perform devotional service at whatever stage we are. Do something more than 0 and not less than 1. So start somewhere, start where you are. Okay. And then Krishna gives an advanced level of Krishna consciousness in chapter 2, text 56. One who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So one can experience the spiritual world while one is here in the material world. So Krishna consciousness is so potent. You can find devotees of Krishna who are so perfect in their Krishna consciousness that they don't experience material world while they are here. One of the examples that I can give is Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. He was at the age of 69 when he left India, and he boarded a ship. And it was a water ship, it is a cargo ship. It was not a cruise. So he was facing seasickness. He had 2 heart attacks. But because he is undisturbed, even amidst the threefold miseries, he is free from attachment, fear, and anger. That's why he was able to go to the US and bring this Krishna consciousness to the West. So we can see those examples of people who are experiencing spiritual world even while they are here. Because of that perfection, they can bring the spiritual, they can manifest the spiritual world in the material world. So we see so many temples. All these temples, they are called replicas of spiritual world. My Guru Maharaj, Vaisheshika Maharaj, he gives an example of embassy. So when we go to US embassy in India, it seems like we have entered US. Everything there is as per the standards of US. Like Arrowhead water, or the amenities in terms of snacks. So you feel like you have entered US even while you are in India, but in the embassy of US. Similarly, the temple is called the embassy of spiritual world. As soon as you enter the temple, you hear about Krishna. The people, there's hustle and bustle. In the spiritual world, it's not Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Actually, if you go to the spiritual world, everybody is running around serving Krishna. Somebody is cooking for Krishna, somebody is making garlands for Krishna, somebody is speaking about Krishna, somebody is hearing about Krishna, and somebody is broadcasting. So everybody is engaged in different activities. So we experience this when we come to the temple. That's why when we go back to our regular life, we feel some kind of disappointment, right? We need to come back again to the temple to feel that recharge. And we take the experience back with us, and then we relish it until we want to come back again. So the idea of temples is to take up the process with you and make your home a temple. This practice of chanting Hare Krishna and honoring Krishna Prasadam and discussing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, this can be done at any place. And you can manifest the spiritual world anywhere. Krishna says to Narada, Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshu va yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tishtami Narada. He says, Narada, I'm not in the spiritual world. I'm not in Vaikuntha. neither I am in the heart of the yogis who are meditating on me. Yatra gayanti maj bhakta, wherever my devotees are singing my glories, tatra tishtami narada, there I am. So that's why these classes on discussing Krishna Katha, these are so important. So having an acharya is so important, because the duty of an acharya is to share about Krishna, and all the devotees listen about Krishna. Hearing and chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam. These are the primary processes of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma, Nivedanam. These are the 9 processes of devotional service given by Prahlad Maharaj, and the primary is Shravanam and Kirtanam. So we'll see a story from this, an example of this. That is the story of Parikshit Maharaj. Anybody knows here in the audience any newcomers about Parikshit Maharaj? Yes, Mataji, you want to share something? Please have a mic. Please pass a mic back next to the chairs. Yes. Tell us about Parikshit Maharaj. Who is he? And please tell us your name also. It's not on.
Radhe Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Radhe Krishna.
So Parikshit Maharaj is a vanshaj of Pancha Pandavas.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this picture describes he's started to listen Bhagavat Katha with
Yes.
Shuka Maharshi.
Yes, yes.
Because of some curse, he started to listen Bhagavat to clear the curse, to get the moksha. He got to know that listening Bhagavat Katha for 7 days, he may get moksha.
Hari Bol.
Thank you.
So, just adding some more details here. Thank you so much for sharing that. Parikshit is the son of Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu was killed in the battlefield. So he was born after the death of his father. He was in the womb of Uttara. So we have only 2 verses by Uttara in the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, where she is calling for help from Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho. So she is calling for help. Krishna, please protect my child. You can take my life, but protect the life of Parikshit, of my son, because of the love that mother has for the child, and also because he was the last heir of the Pandavas. And there was a Brahmastra which was shot at Parikshit Maharaj in the womb by Ashwatthama. So Krishna entered the womb of Uttara, and he neutralized the weapon. So he saved the life of Parikshit. So Parikshit, who was in the embryo, he could see that somebody saved my life. And when he came out of the womb, he was always looking, is this that person? Is this that person? He was examining. That's why his name is Parikshit. Parikshit means to examine. We know Pariksha means to examine. Examination is called Pariksha. Parikshit means one who is always examining. Is this Krishna? Is this person Krishna? He's always looking, who saved my life? So he's always thinking about it. From the childhood, he was always playing with the dolls of Krishna. That was his upbringing. So he was such a great devotee. So he exemplifies that verse that Krishna says in 2.56. He was freed from attachment, fear, and anger. But one fine day, when he was on a hunting, kings were allowed to hunt because they have to protect the citizens, so they should know how to kill. So they were allowed to hunt. He was on a hunting. On a hunting day, he was outside in the forest, and then he was feeling extremely thirsty and hungry. So he went to the hermitage of a sage. His name was Shamik Rishi, and he begged the sage. he didn't even beg. He was just there. And the sage did not acknowledge the king. And we can think about it. Parikshit is the emperor of the entire world. And here is a sage who is in a deep trance. And he did not notice Parikshit. There was all the reasons for a king to be angry. But because it was Parikshit Maharaj, it was unexpected. Parikshit Maharaj was above anger, fear, and attachment. But he became uncharacteristically angry at the sage. And he put a dead snake around the neck of the sage. Why? Because when somebody comes to our home, as an etiquette, we are supposed to offer kind words, a sitting place, and water at the least. But this king who came to the house of a hermit, say Shamak Rishi, he did not offer him a place to sit, he did not offer him water, or even sweet words. He just neglected him completely. So it is we say cold reception. So because the snake's body is cold, dead snake. So he put a cold dead snake around the neck of Shamak Rishi as a reciprocation. Of course, it was very uncharacteristic of Parikshit Maharaj, and later he regretted his action while he was returning back home. And the son of Shamak Rishi, whose name was Shringi, he was an immature boy, and he was furious after hearing this insult that was done by Parikshit Maharaj to his father, Shamak Rishi. So he uttered a curse to Parikshit Maharaj that this king will be bitten by Takshak after 7 days and he will die. And Parikshit Maharaj, when he came to hear about this curse, although he could have retaliated, he could have counteracted, but he accepted it. And he saw it as mercy of Krishna, so that he could get free from material entanglement and could dedicate himself to the spiritual life. So he gave his kingdom to his son, he did Janmejaya, and then he went to the forest where next to the bank of Ganges, and he was asking all the sages, please tell me what is my duty at the end of one's life. And every sage, they were giving different answers. You can perform a lot of charity, you can go to meditation, but nobody was able to give a conclusive answer. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that I am the conclusive truth. So nobody was able to give conclusive truth to Parikshit Maharaj until Shukdev Goswami, he entered the assembly. And this Shukdev Goswami is 18 years old. He doesn't have any clothes on. And everybody, all the sages accepted him as the most advanced person to preside over the assembly. So spiritual maturity doesn't come by age. It comes by realization. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Kiba Shudra Kiba Nyasi and Jai Krishna Tattva Veta Sai Guru Hoya. That it doesn't matter if one is a Shudra, one is a sannyasi, one is a brahmana. Anybody who knows the tattva of Krishna, he should become a guru. So Shukdev Goswami knew the tattva of Krishna. So he presided over the assembly. And Parikshit Maharaj heard Srimad Bhagavatam. We have an entire set of Srimad Bhagavatam for you. If you don't have one, you can meet me after the class. We have a book table outside. So we'll be very happy to give you one. So Srimad Bhagavatam, he heard 7 days and 7 nights without drinking and without eating. And he went back to the spiritual world at the end of his life. Of course, he was bitten by the snake, Takshak, but he was already in the spiritual world. That external death did not impact him. Similarly, we are supposed to rise above the urges of anger and desire before we give up this world. Shaknoti haiva ya sodum prak sharir vimokshanat kama krododbhavam vegam sayukta sa sukhinara. Krishna says that if one can rise above the forces of anger and desire before quitting this material world, he is a happy human in this world. So if you want to be a happy human, rise above the desires of anger and desire. Kama and krodha. So that can be done by engaging in Krishna consciousness. Okay, I will pause for few minutes here. If anybody has any question from what we discussed or any reflection. Reflection means anything that you liked from the discussion that you are taking home. And question is anything to deepen the conversation. You can raise your hand and we'll bring a mic near you. Yes. Radha Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So, Hare Krishna to everybody. So, when you said that Parikshit Maharaj was always looking or searching for Krishna, then he was in constant remembrance, kind of, right? So then how come he could commit such a thing in the first place? And number two, why was he not getting the answer himself? Like he had to seek it from, the person, 18-year-old, when he was in constant remembrance.
Yeah, very good questions. Why, when he was always remembering about Krishna, how could he perform such an act? That's the first question. And second question is, why did he have to ask Shukdev Goswami for the answer? So first thing is that, as we discussed, it is uncharacteristic of Parikshit Maharaj to be hungry and thirsty and to insult a sage. But when Krishna has to give something to the world, he uses one of his devotees in order to bring it to the world. For example, Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna had to give Bhagavad Gita to the entire world, Arjuna was put into bewilderment. Arjuna was a constant devotee of the Lord. How could he be put into bewilderment and illusion about fighting the battle? He knows that he is not the body. He knows he is the soul. He knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whatever he says is perfect. He knows that all the peace attempts were rejected by Duryodhan. He knows that the party on the other side, they are aggressors because they tried to kill Pandavas, they tried to kidnap Draupadi, they tried to defame her in an open assembly. He knows that he is doing the right thing by killing them, but still he was into an illusion. His hands are trembling, his body is drying, and his mind is reeling, and he cannot hold his bow, Gandiva. His bow is slipping from his hand. That's because Krishna wanted to speak Bhagavad Gita through Arjuna. Prabhupada gives this example or analogy of a household when there is a newly wedded girl who comes to a home, and the mother-in-law, she has to correct her. So this newly wedded girl, she is very fearful in the beginning. So she does things out of fear, and she may commit mistakes. So the mother-in-law would not chastise her directly. She would actually chastise her daughter. You don't know how to do this and that. So, indirectly, she is teaching to the newly wedded girl, but she won't say it directly to her, because otherwise she will feel devastated because she is just so new. So similarly, all of us are like that newly wedded girls. We are just trying to understand Krishna. We are trying to understand spiritual life, and we are very afraid. What is it like to be in the spiritual world, to become a devotee? We don't know. Is it something I can do it? Is it too much? What will people say about this? Colleagues and family members. So we are very afraid of our spiritual life. So Krishna chose Arjuna so that he could deliver Bhagavad Gita through him, and that's how we can understand the message. And Arjuna asked this question, Krishna, you are saying you gave Bhagavad Gita millions of years ago to Sun God, but you are my contemporary. We are born at the same time. How can I believe that you told this knowledge to Sun God millions of years ago? As if he doesn't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he always existed. So he is asking questions like we would ask in our situation. And he also asked, Krishna, could you show me the universal form? You are saying that you are the source of material and spiritual worlds, but how do I see you here? Where are you in the material world? Could you show me how you have expanded yourself in the material world? So Krishna shows him the universal form, so that in future, no cheaters can come and claim, oh, I am Krishna, I am God. Then you can ask this question, please show me your universal form. Prabhupada says, if any guru says that I am God, then kick him on his face. Because only Krishna is God. And a guru is supposed to say what Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita. So that is guru. So that's how this knowledge is revealed to us. Similarly, Parikshit Maharaj is a pure devotee. That's why he was chosen to act in that way, so that he could listen Srimad Bhagavatam. And from that we can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. And the reason why he approached Shukdev Goswami, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 4, text 34, he says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updekshyanti tad jnaninas tattvadarshina. So he says that if you want to understand the truth, tadvidhi pranipatena. Pranipatena means surrender. Pariprashnena sevaya, and offer inquiries. Sevaya means offer service. So one should have these three, one should do these three things to an advanced personality. So offer surrender, offer submissive inquiries, and offer some service. And then the person who has realized the truth, he can reveal the truth to you. So Parikshit Maharaj is following that guideline here by requesting from Shukdev Goswami. He is surrendering to Shukdev Goswami. He is posing submissive inquiries, and he is offering service. So that's why it was requested by Parikshit Maharaj.
The gist of it is like it was all planned by Krishna.
Yeah, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yen mam upyantite. He says that anybody who is always remembering me, satatam yuktan, dadami buddhi yogantam, I give them knowledge, I give them buddhi, intelligence from within. Yen mam upyantite, by which they can come to me. So Krishna guides such a person from within. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody has any questions or reflections from what we discussed? Yes, Sri Kumar Prabhu.
Just a reflection on what you said, that the temples are embassies of the spiritual world. Thank you. That was a good point for us to remember.
Yes, Prabhupada, thank you so much. Prabhupada says that there are places in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and pure goodness. So forest is considered to be in the mode of goodness. That's why sages go there to meditate. And even people who like nature, they are generally in the mode of goodness, who like to go to the state parks and just be in the nature. It's mode of goodness. And fortunately, we have a lot in North America to go to and distribute books. It's a nice opportunity for us. And then the cities are in the mode of passion, because everybody is rushing around to fulfill their quota, to do their next deliverable. And they have the, what is that called? Instacart. Yeah, Instacart means everything should be instant deliveries. That's the mode of passion. Or Amazon Prime, that's the mode of passion. And then brothels and those places, they are in the mode of ignorance. But temples are above the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. They are in pure goodness. They are the embassy of the spiritual world. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anybody else has any? Yes, Harish Prabhu.
Prabhu, why is there so much importance given to remembering God at the end of life? Why not throughout life? I mean, if you remember God at the end of life, you go to Vaikuntha. So why at the end of life and not throughout life?
It's a very good question, Prabhu. So, Shukdev Goswami says this to Parikshit Maharaj, Ante Narayana Smriti, that one should remember Narayana at the end of one's life. And Krishna also gives this in Bhagavad Gita. In 8th chapter, he says this, that whatever you think at the end of your life, you go there. So, in order to think about Krishna at the end of one's life, we have to practice it throughout our life. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. So, because our hearts are filled with inauspicious things, I have desires for lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion. These are called inauspicious things. So such people who accept that they have a disease, they should nityam bhagavat sevaya. Nityam means constantly. But Acharya says if you say constantly to a new person, he won't be able to take it. So they say at least daily once should read Bhagavatam. Nityam means daily, at least once in a day. Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. So such a person, Bhagavati Uttama Shloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtaki, to such a person, Krishna will become dear in the heart. He will naturally remember about Krishna. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmar Yudhyacha. That's why, O Arjuna, at all times, fight and remember me. While you are fighting, you should remember me. So, of course, we cannot 100% focus on Krishna while we are doing our job, but at least the couple of hours in a day, we can focus only on Krishna. That's why it is recommended to chant at least 16 rounds, if possible in the morning, so that the rest of the day, Krishna is always behind, in the back of our mind. So while we are fighting our battle in this world, we have our own chariot. Krishna can guide us as a chariot driver if we are always remembering him. And at the end of our life, we'll naturally remember Krishna. Prabhupada says that if we practice it throughout our life, even if we don't remember Krishna, Krishna will remember us at the end of our life. So that's the story of Ajamil. Ajamil did not remember Narayan, but because Krishna appreciated his devotional service, he made sure that he chanted the name of Narayan. He was not calling Narayan, he was calling his son. So even if we are not able to remember Krishna due to some mishap, there are crashes like an airplane. There was an airplane crash, and somehow that one Bhagavad Gita was saved. And somebody was asking this question, why didn't Krishna save the person who was having that Bhagavad Gita? Krishna never says in Bhagavad Gita that the body can be saved, but Krishna saves us. The soul cannot be burned. So Krishna takes care of us, the soul, in the next life. So such a person will get spiritual destination. Thank you, Harish Prabhu. I hope it helps. Okay, we'll continue. Let's go back to the slides. We have a few more minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so there is material fear and there is something called spiritual fear. In chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that all these qualities actually come from him. So even the quality of fear comes from Krishna. They are created by Krishna. So there is something called spiritual fear in the spiritual world. Here, when Lord Krishna appeared in the prison to Devaki and Vasudev, Devaki was very afraid of Kamsa. Devaki is the mother of Krishna, or Krishna appeared through Devaki. And then she is asking Krishna, please become a baby again, because Kamsa will come and kill you. Although she is saying that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has conch shell, he has a wheel, and he has a lotus and a mace. But she's very afraid of Kamsa because of parental affection. So this is called spiritual fear. Even though Krishna is not in danger, she is feeling fearful. So Prabhupada or Acharyas say that we should have this fear. This is a healthy fear. Because we should have this fear from Maya. That there is something which can separate me from Krishna, which represents Kamsa. Kamsa, so, or the 6 enemies, lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, and pride, they can separate me from Krishna. So one should maintain that healthy fear from Maya. We should never think that I am above Maya, I am liberated, I have received moksha. Fools rush where angels fear to tread. You know, there are many festivals. There's one of the famous festival, the Burning Man, right? If people have heard about it. So some people were saying maybe we should go and do some Krishna consciousness camp there. But I feel it was not appropriate for devotees. So I feel fools rush where angels fear to tread. You better don't put yourself in a situation where your Krishna consciousness can be compromised. If you know that you are not strong enough to fight against Maya, don't put yourself in that situation. Of course, Srila Prabhupada can go. He could go and he could transform the hearts of hippies. But if one is not strong enough to preach to such people, and one may still get compromised in one's own Krishna consciousness, so one should not take that kind of engagement or route. So we should have that healthy fear of being away from Krishna. And the last one I want to mention, the love for Krishna can be so intense that Krishna can become fearful of the devotee. That is the height of fear. You know, Krishna is known as, he is feared by the fear personified. But he himself is fearful of Mother Yashoda. So that is the power of love. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us to rise from the platform of fear, to go to the platform of love. And then one will be spiritually fearful. This anxiety is good. This anxiety for Krishna is a spiritual anxiety. Many times people say, oh, Krishna conscious devotees, their life is so hectic. They chant 16 rounds, they follow 4 regulative principles, and they go out for book distribution. It's too much. But that anxiety is called spiritual anxiety. That anxiety is, Mother Yashoda has that anxiety. The gopis have that anxiety because they want to share Krishna with others. They are so compassionate. They cannot keep Krishna just with themselves. So the gopis in Srimad Bhagavatam, they appreciate those people. Tav kathamritam tapta jivanam kavi biriditam kalmashapaham shravana mangalam srimadaatatam bhuvi grinanti ye bhurida jana. Those people who take time of their busy life to share about Krishna to others, they are the most munificent people because they are giving the highest benefit to others. That's why we worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On the altar we have Radha Krishna, and on the left of Krishna we have Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yugavatar of Radha and Krishna, and he came to give the love of Krishna freely to everyone. That's why Rupa Goswami gives this prayer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishnaya Chaitanya Namne Gaurat Vishe Namaha. That he is the most magnificent avatar of Krishna. He is always chanting about Krishna, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya, and his name is Krishna Chaitanya. But his color is not dark, his color is golden. Nam Gaurat Vishe Namaha. So the conclusion is to always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, dear devotees, for your attention. I'm very grateful. It is very difficult to get back even one moment of time even if you give the entire wealth of the world, you can't get back one moment, but you gave 1.5 hours of your uninterrupted attention, so I'm very grateful. So I think it's almost 5, so we'll have Damodar Ashtakam now. So what's the plan, Prabhu? Charu Nimai Prabhu? We'll just... Okay, so they should just... Okay, you can just turn around 90 degrees towards the altar. And we'll roll this carpet. We'll roll this carpet, and so that devotees can come make a queue and offer a ghee lamp to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्द रूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्। परामृष्टमत्यन्तो नृत्यकुलं
Hare Krishna. I request all the devotees to be seated. I know there's going to be plenty of prasadam for you. There is a very special announcement that please be seated. Be patient for a few more minutes. And guess what? You have enough space to sit. So please enjoy it while you can. So I hope you enjoyed the month of the Kartik and offering the ghee lamps to the Lordship. It is a very, very special and beautiful month. And offering the ghee lamp, you get so much of Sukriti. And you won't believe this is unfortunately the last Sunday of the offering the ghee lamp. So we have to wait for another more year. But guess what? In the separation, we will be able to serve the Lord. We never stop serving. So we'll take advantage of these blessings that we have from Srila Prabhupada to continue to offer our prayers and take advantage of the next month that is coming up is a Margasirsha month. Right? What happens in the Marg? So my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he said this is a Bhishma Panchaka period. And what we do in a Bhishma Panchaka, if you take the Vrata seriously this last 5 days from Ekadashi to Purnima, whatever Vrata you take, you get 1,000 times more benefit. And in the top of the Kartik month, so you get the double benefits in doing any austerity in the month of Bhishma Panchaka. So please, take some Vrata, some sankalpa to how you can dedicate, take sincerely the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, how we can pay forward the mercy that we have received from the core of our heart. And we meditate and we focus on how to take full advantage of this human birth that we have received and the mercy of the Sankirtan movement that we have in front of us. So keeping that in mind, what is next is a marathon. And in Vrindavan and everywhere in the marathon, they have already started. Because guess what? It's coming up so fast. And when you do it, any sankalpa or any vrata in the month of the Kartik, in the Vishnu Panchaka time, you have much, much more benefits. So I will have Malini come and tell us what are we doing in the month of marathon for the Margasirsha. And yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. So we have a special gift for you, so don't go away, okay?
Hare Krishna. Happy Kartik to everybody, the last Sunday of Kartik. As Hansapriya was mentioning, that anything that you do during this last 5 days of Bhishma Panchaka not only has extra benefit, plus it's in the month of Kartik, so it is multiplied many, many folds. So as you know that we have our December marathon that is ongoing, where we are distributing at least 78,000 Bhagavad Gitas by the end of this year. So we wanted to give Bhagavad Gita to one and all. No one left behind, right? Yesterday I met someone at the Indian store and he was mentioning that he has done many yogas and everything. So I said, did you hear about Bhagavad Gita? He said, no, I never heard of Bhagavad Gita. But I just mentioned how the yoga, at the beginning, the origin of yoga is coming from Bhagavad Gita. Then he was from, I think from China, and he was very intrigued. And he took the Bhagavad Gita and he said, I definitely want to read this. So there are many souls like this who are practicing some kind of yoga, meditation. They're actually they're trying to get to some path, but may not be able to get the highest one or the best one. So we all can be some kind of instruments to give them or the Bhagavad Gita. So what we are requesting is make Bhagavad Gita popular everywhere. Whoever you see, talk to them about Bhagavad Gita. If they don't have a Bhagavad Gita, give them a Bhagavad Gita, gift them a Gita. And that's why we are requesting this month, in the last 2 or 3 days left in Bhishma Panchaka, take a sankalpa that you want to distribute certain number of Bhagavad Gitas. If you like, there is, Adinath Krishna Prabhu is showing one case of Bhagavad Gita has 24 Bhagavad Gitas. So you will be touching 24 souls at least by distributing one case. You can take a sankalpa to distribute one case, half a case, whatever it is, but take some sankalpa that I would like to try and distribute at least some. So we have some cases there at the table. You can take cases with you. You have time till December 31st. So you have time from now till December 31st. Think, meditate, sit in front of the Bhagavad Gita, chant every day, and pray to Krishna that please give me some intelligence to distribute these. So we have those available. You can take them and you can sign up and you can make a sankalpa today if you like, or in the next 1 or 2 days.
So what we request is, this case is only $108. You don't have to give us right now. You can give us on December 31st. What you need to do is take the case today, and whenever you are done, if you're done sooner, just bring the donation. So I myself would like to take some cases, so I will take it today because anyway I'm going to go do it in December. So I might just do it in the month of Kartik and Vishnu Panchaka during that. So what we request, you raise your hand. Malini will write down their names, or she can actually load it up in your car, or she can just hand it to you on your way out. So if any brave souls out here, please don't hesitate. Feel free to raise your hand. I would like, yes, Prabhu.
Sharad. Sharad.
Sharad would like to take one case of Bhagavad Gita. Please give them. You can collect from him or you can take it. I also have the Narsingha oil from Vrindavan. You can actually, I'll put it on you as a gift. So please take that. I would also like to gift one case to Nisha, because yesterday was the Sukhamala Mataji's birthday. So please give it to Sukhamala, to Nisha for the Sukhamala's birthday. Okay? If you don't have to be shy, Adinath Krishna Prabhu will be right here. So if he asks you on the way out, don't be hesitant. Just say yes. Yes? Is that okay? All right. Thank you, Adinath Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Malini. Hare Krishna. Also, we would like to acknowledge today's sponsors. We are very fortunate to have many sponsors today. Today's feast, Sunday feast, is sponsored by Rasa Purnima Prabhu. Are you around? Mataji. Oh, Rasa Purnima, Haribol. Rasa, what's the occasion?
Yeah, there is no reason. It's just the last Sunday of month of Kartika. And that's my great pleasure to share that Sunday feast with my devotee friends and family. Thank you.
Yes, every inch of service in the month of Kartik goes 1,000 times more. We have another sponsor, Chandravati Nori, in the loving memory of her mother. Are you around, Chandravati? Yeah, Hare Krishna, please come.
My mother is Chandravati.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hare Krishna. This is in the loving memory of my mother Chandravati, who passed away 40 days back. Can you please chant Hare Krishna mantra one time? Sure. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Then we have another sponsor, and that is Nitai Kirtan Prabhu, sponsoring for Dhriti's 17th birthday. Is Dhriti around? Or Nitai Kirtan? That family is known for behind the scene, but always engaged in the service. They quietly do a lot of services. And Dhriti, many of you know, you probably heard her, she's a beautiful singer. And we also have another one, Vishal Vasudeva Prabhu, sponsoring for newborn baby, Krishnaya Vasudeva, turning 4 months. Hare Krishna. That's a beautiful name, Krishnaya.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Please shower your blessings on Krishnaya so that she can become a wonderful devotee of Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I am so happy to have you here. It's wonderful. Also, we would like to thank our broadcast team, headed by Ramananda Prabhu and Charunimai Prabhu. Thank you so much, Charunimai Prabhu. And Atharva, right? Atharva is going to be announcing today's cook, and he's very thrilled about it.
So today's head chef is Nilachal Chandra Mataji. Then volunteering is Sonia Mataji, Bhageshwari Mataji, Manisha Mataji, Namantra Mataji, Pushpa Mataji, Rima Mataji, Karantika Mataji, Sharanya Mataji, Mohini Priya Mataji, Krishangi Mataji, Ajuta Leela Prabhu, Akash Prabhu, Sandeep Prabhu, Girish Prabhu, and Srinivas Prabhu.
At ISV is all about celebration. So we had yesterday Sukamala Mataji's birthday. And is she around? Oh, please come. We like to embrace devotees, you know. We like to embrace and embarrass both. Do we have Sukeshwari? It was her Tithi birthday also. And also if we can find Dhriti, if somebody can help.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I don't know how I can express my thanks for your kind words, prayers, wishes. And I don't know what I would have done if I had not come into this spiritual community. I would have been lost in the material ocean. But with all your prayers, love, and support that you have given me all these years, I hope I can do my best to serve everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. It was the Sukeshwari's Tithi birthday. Also, tomorrow is Shastra Sar's birthday. I'm announcing all this name because you're going to see them in the parking lot. And you have a reason to go see eye to the devotees, connect heart to heart, and just be there for each other. They don't need any gift, they need you. So please stop by and say Hare Krishna to them. Because that's all we are all about, you know, how we connect, who we are, how we relate to each other. And of course, I mentioned today's Dhriti's birthday, that's why you have a very special feast. So with that, we will go into the Prasadam prayers. Hare Krishna.
Sharira Vidyaja Turindriya Kanika Jive Fele Vishaya Sagore Tarmathe Jivayati Loba Sudurmati Takirita Kapina Sansare Krishna Bhadoyamo Kori Bhare Divaja Swaprasadana Dilopa Sayana Grita Gao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dhako Shri Chaitanya Nita Preme Dhako Shri Chaitanya Nita Mahakushade Govinde Namo Namane Vaishnave Kalpa Punyagatam Rajan Vishwa Samirjayate Kushade Sarvadupana Adirasho Vijayate Prasanna Cheta Soyashu Vritti Karyavatishkarte Prayopa Bhutta Rajanda Dasa Yankar Chachita Uchishta Bhojino Dasa Stavamayanjemahi Shushkam Pariyushitam Vapi Nitam Vadirudeshataha Prapti Matrena Bhoktavyam Natra Kala Vicharana Na Deshadiyam Astatra Na Kala Niyamastata Praptamannam Yutam Shishte Bhoktavim Bhare Bhare Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasadam ki. Please come take prasad.